I used to promise my boys before I went on the road, I promise I will fight to come home. I haven't been home in years.
Most people aren't exposed to one bad event after another, and the things I've been exposed to for years.
It compounds so fast, you don't realize it. I didn't realize it. I didn't think I had a problem.
I was so detached from who I was as a person. I didn't have that ability to look into the future. I was in such a dark place.
I was missing that extreme purpose that I had for 18 years nearly in the military, and getting to come home to my family. I lost them both at the same time.
I began having nightmares to the point that I woke up screaming and
Kicking my husband, and my hair
started falling out. Just the world was crashing down.
I just found myself going to work, coming home, and I felt more or less like a robot. And the more I thought about that, the more angry I got, and then home just became this space that I just totally turned off in.
I didn't want to share things like that with my family. I would just make the excuse to start drinking and do that until I could go to bed.
There is no solution for the military to have enough time to say, hey, let's go back. Let's go figure out why you're reacting this way. And Shields and Stripes does that.
They broke the code, the whole code. They have it all under one umbrella. You have the physical therapy, you have the workouts, you have the mental therapy, the group. So you're still feeling like part of a team.
I'm very grateful for this program to look at me and say, all that it matters is that you know and that you feel something is wrong and that you come to us and start here.
When I was filling out my application for Shields and Stripes, I was in a bad place, and it was just one long run-on sentence. And I felt like that's where my life was. I was just spewing out from all ends. I felt like it was my last-ditch effort.
We all had very dark pasts, and none of us knew what the other one was dealing with.
You've got 6 people sitting at the table who are not used to sharing. They're very accustomed to just putting on their boots and going. So it's a very humbling experience to be able to actually ask for some support.
It seems to me that the most happiest people are the ones who are most vulnerable, with no walls up. And I think when you can get to that point in your life and you can just love unconditionally without your ego getting in the way, to me that's the epitome of happiness.
Being able to tell a group of people that I had no idea they even existed, my trauma, and say the words, I was raped, had never come out of my mouth before. And the response that I got when I said it made me feel like I was worthy.
We just had a natural bond and we were there for each other. And when somebody was down, the other person picked them up. There was no hesitation.
We became a family, and they will always be that way, because no matter what happens, we have a shared experience and we have a shared healing.
You feel like you're fighting the same enemies or the same demons and the same thoughts, and it just makes you feel at home again.
All the clinicians, all the trainers, our mentors, everybody was so passionate about being here. And there were days that got very rough. And their passion gave me the fuel to keep pushing.
The tools that we've learned here have been invaluable, and to go home and apply them, I'm excited.
Leaving this program, I have hope that I don't have to put my traumas on my children, that I can end that cycle, and that they can learn from my story instead of feel my story and take it on as their own, because no kid should ever have to do that.
I'm going to go home and I'm gonna be
the best mom my boys have ever had.
I'm just going to be at peace.